Peace, everyone. It is here on the mic, and we have another episode uh, here on my channel, and I have a special guest that helped us tremendously along the way with our little one. Making it here healthy and very vibrant. So this special guest, I want to allow her to introduce herself, and yeah, she can take the floor right now. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Zahir and Brianna, for allowing me to be a part of your sharing what I do as a birth doula, as a childbirth educator, a HypnoBabies childbirth educator. And I must tell you, everyone, it was an honor to support the three of them. I say three of them because it's now three of them. My name is Angela Brown. My business is DoulaLovesCreation. I am a registered nurse. I am a HypnoBabies childbirth educator, an author. My book is Elevating Pregnancy, Affirmations and Wisdoms for Pregnancy and Birth. And we'll get into more of that later. But it's always my intention to help and truly support women and couples who are expecting their first baby or multiple babies to have the most empowered birth possible. It is my life's work. It is my passion. It is my mission to support couples in feeling empowered, getting them educated so that whether they're birthing in a hospital, at home, or a birth center, they do so with confidence, the deep inner knowing that the divine, the creator, moves in and through and as them. Every pregnant woman has that power to birth her child naturally. And it is my goal to help her tap that essence, to remind her, because every woman, the body's designed to birth. Just as Brianna has proven, oh Lord, y'all, I'm sure you guys know a bit of their story, but you need to hear it from my point of view. But I mean, I can't even be more proud of the two of them and the power they put forth as a couple, the inner work that they did, and they had a lot going on. It wasn't just the fact that we were in this 2020 and, the COVID and then the lockdown and all of this stuff. It's just, you move through changes as you are pregnant. You're growing life, your relationship's growing, things are deepening. You're seeing each other in a different light. And I'm telling you, the two of them had to stay vigilant. Their loving was apparent. And then they birthed their child in all of this loving. So it was my honor. So let me just share a little bit of how I met these two. I don't know, it must have been might have been spring. I want to say spring that Brianna maybe emailed me. Yeah. Late spring, something like that. And she's, oh, I'm interested in having, I think, home birth or some kind of, and I said, oh, okay. I replied back. We went back and forth, email. And I said, I invite you to call me. I would like to talk with you, we can set up a Zoom consult, blah, blah, blah. And so her response to me in the email was, well, you can call me, I'm just kind of moving through some things right now. She just said, you can call me. I'm not ready to talk something right now. And so I just said, what? I was so shocked that I had not ever met Brianna. And I thought, wait, what is she saying to me? So I knew that was a flag for me. Okay, she needs support. So I think she might have added her phone number at some point. I'm telling y'all, I got off that email. I dialed her. And I told her who I was. I didn't say very much. And I said to her, would you like prayer? And she said yes. And then we went right into prayer. And I went right in because I knew there was something deep going on, whatever changes she was experiencing. And I just needed to take it to the spirit realm right away. And she was completely receptive, prayed on all of that, her, the baby, me, her, everybody. And then the tears started flowing, and then I could feel her opening. And from that day forward, she was just more and more on point. So I move as Spirit of God directs me to.
And
And
that
I bring,
and
what'd you
that
say?
sorry to cut you off. That is exactly how this interaction has worked on both ends. You know, because the synchronicity and how we met and how you're explaining it, it's not really hitting the crowd like it should, because they don't really understand. But you know, it was just perfect timing.
Yes,
Perfect.
it was deep. It was hard. We were both, all three of us were like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
I wanted to
And
stress that point.
go ahead. What'd you say?
I just wanted to stress that point. It's like it's so synchronistic.
Yes. And it is, you can describe something in the aftermath, but when the three people are experiencing it and the shift that I think Zaire maybe saw in his woman at that time, and then, and then the shift. And when I met them both online, when we both, with the three of us did a Zoom, they were just bright energy. And I thought, oh yeah, I got to support them. We got to figure this out. So after that, and I said, hey, you guys, I said, I need to do uh, a birth video. I said, would you guys mind being the couple to do this birth rehearsal video? And they were like, yeah, Angela, we'll do it. Da, 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 da. And so, and then they helped me do my birth video. They were the beautiful couple in the video. And this video is it's a birth rehearsal comfort measures. It's about 45 minutes in length, and it will be on sale this month, December 15th,
Do you
on Venmo.
have like a small pieces of clips that we can actually have uploaded somehow to the bottom of the
Yes.
video? Yeah, like a demo. 'Cause that's what
Yes, I do have an intro, and I will be emailing that to you. I thought I had done it already, so I will make sure you have that.
if I have to go back and look for it, then I will. But that's
No,
what
I'll send it.
we'll do, the description, and then we'll upload it in the description of this video so they can check you out.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So they enrolled in the HypnoBabies Childbirth Education course. We had a great class. And so everyone who sometimes enroll in HypnoBabies, I say, look, it's a full-on course. You have to bring your full attention, your dedication, and your discipline. And so I think Brianna or some of the other women in the class, they said, oh, this is quite a bit of information. And it's a lot of time. Yes, it is. You get 9 months plus to grow a life.
All right.
And so those 1-day childbirth education courses or 3 days, to me, that's not enough for the time that you have to grow yourself. Women need to be and men need to be educating, reading, all of that, which is what the two of you were doing before you even found me.
Right.
And they wanted to have a calmer, more peaceful birth. And they did. Yeah. And they kind of blew their own minds. You were planning on a birth center birth, right?
Yes, definitely a water birth home center, not home center. I keep saying home center. Center, water birth. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and they had quite a surprise. I just, I wasn't their. I felt like I was their doula, but I wasn't physically there. So, but I was always there and connected with the three of them spiritually.
Yeah, and that's what I like. I like to encourage. It's like the old-fashioned way of how we used to do these things was just ask our people. You know, ask the people around you, ask the people who you deem as educated and who have been through the things that you're looking to go through. You know, it's like we have the resources right here as our people, right? You know, right in
Yes.
front of us. So that's basically what we did. We reached out to people that we can feel vibes and energy. So it's very, once it's a no, it's like, that's a no. It's easy with the vibration. But I just
Yes.
encourage people to, have that confidence to seek out information and think critical while you're thinking, while you're sifting through all this information, because it's a lot of information. But you have to use your critical thinking, and you have to use your people that are around you that you know can help you out, or at least shoot you in the right direction.
Yes. And I think that's a really good point, because I think the way our mothers, grandmothers may have birthed. So I'm talking about going back into the great grandmother, the great 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 grandmother, and the great 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 grandmother, when you call forth that ancestral lineage.
Mm-hmm.
Because birth is changing. Many, many, many years ago, women, it was just a proud thing to be pregnant and honor and to bring life and, bringing another child of God into the world. It's like, and how is this child going to give an aid to the beautification and expansion and consciousness of our world globally. So
Yeah.
every child comes through. So my job is to hold vision for the soul coming through, that they know their passion and their purpose. When we know our purpose, when we come onto the planet,
Mm-hmm.
there is no jealousy, there's no competition, because we know that we've come to do that particular skill, that particular gift.
Right.
If everyone's living their gift. So I hold that frequency. So the thing about when we are, talking with sometimes our parents or aunts or friends, you can get a lot of negative energy about birth. Oh my God, you need to do it this way. You need to do it that way. And everyone wants to scare the crap out of the first time pregnant people.
Mm-hmm.
So to all the pregnant women and couples out there, be mindful. Is the information you're receiving from the people talking to you, is it uplifting you? Is it raising your vibration? Or is it calling forth fear?
Mm-hmm.
You just need to be able to discern, wait a minute. Are they telling their war story from a place of how horrific it was for them based on their view of pregnancy and birth? Or can they hear you say, you know what, I really want to have a natural birth without medication? And when you say that, is the response, oh, what do you want? You don't want to do that. So
Mm-hmm.
when you hear that response, exit stage left and get moving. Because once you speak your dream to another human being, it could be your mother, your sister, your aunt, a
Yeah.
friend, the response is, you know what, I support you in wherever you like to go, how you would like to birth. They can have all kind of thoughts like, oh my gosh, she's got to be crazy to be trying to do a natural birth. But the words out of their mouth, loving.
Mm-hmm.
I just, you know what, if this is what you want, I support you with it. That's support. So all my pregnant mamas and expected dads and partners out there, if you are not hearing that level of language from the people around you, you need to find someone who is speaking to you about childbirth in an uplifting, positive, rite of passageway, that you are birthing in alignment with your innate intelligence. What does that mean? To birth in alignment with your innate intelligence. Oh, see, don't get me preaching here this morning.
Yeah.
And I did this in class and I would just go on off,
But this is
But
what you do, though. You actually pulled us out of places of fear that we might have slipped into. It's like, wait. Think about what you're saying, or think
yeah,
about, the vibration that you're portraying, or the energy that you're putting out there. I'm trying to give an example where it's just like we had to really think about it, or you know, um, just where we had to kind of like relax, and we're hearing other people, like for example right now I hear my mother. She talks a lot about, oh, you have to keep clothes on the baby, keep him warm, and make sure he's warm. Like I understand that, but what it did was actually made me have like this nervousness, and then I'm putting too much clothes on the baby, and now he has heat rashes and things like that. So it's like I was fine without the input at all. It was already working completely fine with just how I move, but just other people's input can be detrimental as well.
and here's the thing. Everyone, even when they're speaking, even if it doesn't sound like therapeutic communication, the people in our lives mean well.
Right.
They may be articulating and speaking from where they are.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make it wrong. It may just not vibrate with what you believe.
Right.
So you
Right.
have to find your way to receive that information, say, okay, thank you so much, auntie, or thank you so much,
Yeah,
and breathe, and just like HypnoBabies, we talk about a bubble of peace. Now, unless you take the class, you won't understand what the bubble of peace is. And we all know about the bubble of peace. We will, Zaire, won't we bubble of peace for the rest of our lives?
yeah, definitely.
Brianna, won't you bubble of peace for the rest of your life?
Yes.
And so I just want to say a little bit about HypnoBabies here. I have been a doula for 20 years. Let me just start there. And, before I would, do lots of massages and work, I would be physical with my moms. I would be at a birth 10 hours, 20 hours. 24 hours, 48. My longest birth was, okay, new moms, this is not your story. I'm just saying. My longest birth was 3 days. But since that birth, I've learned how not, I ain't never had another birth for 3 days. Trust and believe me, people. Once you do that as a doula, you're like, okay, I got to get more educated. I got to get more educated. So I'm never at a birth for 3 days again. So how you want to support your clients. So HypnoBabies believes that it changes the language of birth. We want to change the consciousness of how women, pregnant women, are thinking about birth. From the time we're born, we hear like, oh, childbirth is so horrible. Oh my God, it's so painful. You know, it's the worst thing ever. And so here's my thing. It's the most extraordinary, most magical, spiritual, mystical thing a woman will ever do on the planet. Is grow life. That little life right there that we hear, our little king baby there. And we want to, all of a sudden, you know, we create this life in so much passion. We create this life with the most extraordinary intimacy and loving between two human beings ever. And then through science, women who have had challenges with births have found a way to do in vitro and to carry a life after it, you know, implantation. So it can go far beyond, but it's about the loving that is created. So we create this life through our passionate and intimate connection. And all of a sudden we're carrying the life. And believe me, women are not doing anything to carry the life. The baby knows how much nutrients to get. And all of a sudden it's time to birth. And you can't seem to, like, oh, I'm scared. I can't birth the baby. I don't know what I'm doing. Look at that. See, I call him my baby. Now, I know I didn't have nothing to do with birthing him, but he my baby. So he my baby. So here's the point. So that's not being in alignment. We create the birth, the baby, the life with all this love and passion, heat and steam and orgasm. And then the life grows inside mama and the body knows what to do. And all of a sudden we're like, I don't know. I'm so scared of the pain. I said, were you scared of creating the life?
No.
No. So how do we move our thoughts from being indoctrinated into all this fear and all this stuff about childbirth for all these years? What do we do? So HypnoBabies, it's about helping women go into self-hypnosis so that they can calm the critical mind and go into a deep state of hypnosis. And we do this through repetitive compounding. You're having a relaxed, deeper, calm birth. Your birth is easy, comfortable, and peaceful. We're telling you over and over again, you get anywhere from 18 to 21 hypnosis tracks that you will use over the 6 weeks. And you will be doing hypnosis every day, correct, you guys? Yeah. And I remember their schedules like, I didn't get to it. And I just don't know. It's just too much work. And not just Rihanna was saying this, but the other couples, I said, look, you get 6 weeks to commit to this so that you can bring your baby in the most extraordinary way. So I teach this course because I believe in it. I believe that all women need to find a way to birth in greater peace and calm. And HypnoBabies births, moms have an easier birth. Some can have an easier birth. Sometimes birth can be long, but I've even found my moms who've had longer births, they've been able to stay in the hypnosis long, you know, they just go deeper and deeper. And we tell you the moment you think it's your birthing time to put your hypnosis tracks on. So someone who shall remain nameless did not really realize, y'all, that she was in her birthing time.
Sure did not.
But her weeks of practicing hypnosis really, really guided her. What else do we want to cover? I was trying to.
Well, we kind of wanted to just talk about
my experience.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Your experience, the grand finale now.
The grand finale. No, I mean, oh man, I feel like I explained it so many times, but of course this is a new video, so it's like, you know, I'll explain it again, make it more spicier,
that's how it works.
Can't get any spicier than that. But Oh man, Angela's amazing. Like mentioned in the earlier part of the video, it was definitely an innate intuitive, spiritual type of connection. And reaching out to her with a few other doulas. She was the one that actually emailed me, was very professional. And we kind of decided not to do the doula and the midwife anymore because of the financial situation, or just financially not wanting to budget extra $5,000 for the midwife and plus the doula fees. It was just quite overwhelming. So just reaching out to her at like one of our crossroads of just emotions and evolution as a union, hormone issues,
let me
all of the
let me
above.
ask you a question. I want to get, what was, after our first time we talked, how did you feel? Because I do pregnancy life coaching sessions, and what she did was she ended up getting an impromptu pregnancy life coaching session from me. So how did you feel after that session? That would be a good place to start.
For the first conversation we had,
yeah,
having a meltdown. Oh my God, like I felt like melt. I was like melting. My soul was like melted. I felt like I was at ease. I was calm. A lot of the tension was released. I felt like I had support, someone who understood me, someone who was willing to listen to me and my emotions. And again, understand the emotions.
Yeah, she came to me like, hey, I have to tell you about
yes. I was like, this woman is like my
right.
like she's like a total godmother, like a guardian angel from the ancestors.
Yeah.
I was
thank
like,
you.
oh,
Thank you.
She came to me immediately with that information. Like she was like, she really helped immediately.
yeah. So
And what did you sense? What shift did you see in her, Zaire, after
Just
that?
that anxiety that I was talking about, that we kind of get as human beings, wherever it comes from, it's just that sense of relaxation. You can feel it come over a person. You want, I'm the type of person that I want people to be comfortable around me. So I really, I'm paying attention whether you are or not at all times. So I can just feel her comfortability with her surroundings, just, come into her heart.
Good. Thank you for that. So look at Brianna. Look how she's looking at him. He's looking at his mama.
Yeah, which I want to show him. Of course, you can see him, but we're like being so like.
No, I understand. That's completely understandable.
Video, YouTube, millions of views. Yeah, but yeah, he's just listening. You listening? You listening?
So when you told me about your birth story and how you were at the midwife, and so the midwives were looking at you. I don't know if you shared this part online, and they were talking with you and everything, and they said, "Did you just have another contraction?" So in HypnoBabies, we call that birthing waves. We don't use the word contraction. And you're like, "Well, no, I've been having Braxton Hicks. I've been having Braxton Hicks, ladies." Yeah. And so they're looking at each other like, "Wait, she just had another one."
Yeah.
Now, Miss Thing over here, she did not realize, but the midwives were astute to know, okay, I think she's in her birthing time. And this woman just, so go ahead and finish and how you left the office. And
no, I mean, yeah, they were looking at me we've mentioned all that in the birthing video.
Oh, okay.
Like, listen, we got there. It was a regular weekly appointment at this point, 39 weeks. And as we all were talking, you can see like my stomach contracting, and I'll feel it. But like I said, like HypnoBabies and breath work and all of these things, it's just like, I'm just like, I feel it, but I'm still continuing with the conversation, transmuting the energy, or just like keeping my focus outside of thinking like, oh my God, like I'm getting cramps and it feels like my whole entire uterus is like clamping down. It was happening every like 7 minutes. So, and the time actually increased as we got there. It was not that bad. The longer we stayed there, it went from every 15 minutes to every 10 minutes and every 7 minutes. But we were just, it was long, normal conversation. But I will stop. They'll notice when I stop talking and I like close my eyes a little bit. And they were like, okay, you having another one? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, oh, it's done. So yeah, what were we talking about?
Pretty much.
Oh, so where Brianna was from when I first met her early in her pregnancy, to sitting up in midwife's office saying, they're like, "Are you having them?" Yeah. And just this calm, y'all. I'm telling you, We're talking like 360, 180 degree of shift. And I always tell moms who you are today. If you're 4 months pregnant, 5 months pregnant, you will be totally different by the time, if you've done the inner work, you got a thorough childbirth education course, you have a doula or someone, a mentor who is helping you, you won't be the woman you were when you first got pregnant. It's impossible. If you still are, and in that high anxiety, there is more work to be done. You see, because as you start to calm all that, you start to know who you are. And that's why I'm so proud of you, because you just worked it. And then because they know your birth story, you know, I just laugh when I think about how you guys drove home and you said you put your hypno tracks on. Now we tell moms, everyone, when you think it's your birthing time, put your tracks on. Well, here's the thing. Brianna didn't think it was her birthing time, you know.
Right. I just put them in because I didn't want to deal with that pressure that I was
and so we want you to have continuous flow of hypnosis going in at all time. Now, Miss Brianna did not get all of that and still manage an extraordinary birth, because all the weeks that she's been practicing helped her. But most women, you know, I mean, what did you say? You listened to the tracks how many times?
Wait, during the course, you mean?
No, during that day.
That time, I think it was like one or two times I let it play out. That was the relaxation one, so it was like 30 minutes.
So let me interrupt right now. Public service announcement. We don't recommend it that way.
Okay.
Because she didn't know what was we recommend you put them on earlier. So okay, now everybody got that. This is just what happened with her, and it worked for her. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I think I played it like one time. But once we hit traffic and because I was like, 30 minutes, we should be home in like 35. So the track should finish as soon as we pull up to the driveway. Perfect. But I think like halfway through the ride and that traffic kicked in and they got more and more like more pressure. Then pressure increased. I kept documenting the time, and then like the time that they happened and how long they were happening for. I had my little notebook next to me in the front seat, and I was just like, after the fourth document of time, I was just like, I can't do this no more. I closed the book, I took the headphones off, and I was just like, no, I think I kept the headphones in. I closed the book. I was like, I'm not writing anymore. I'm just listening and I'm focusing on breathing. And I think I opened my eyes and we were like 5 minutes away from home.
Yeah, and she just got exceedingly more uncomfortable from that time.
Oh, yes, honey.
She was trying to do different things to shift her, you know, her focus, but it was just
and once I got home, it was oh man.
Yeah.
It was just, I was like, nobody speak to me. And I was literally put my head on this bed right here. I started like stripping these clothes off, and my knees were on the floor, and I just had my headphones in my ears, and I was just rocking my hips left and right.
Now, what time was that you guys got home after the birth center?
Like 5?
Yeah, it was about 5
p.m. And what time was the baby born?
10, yeah.
p.m.?
Yeah. A little bit after 10. Yep.
So let me just say this to the people watching. So if it's 5 p.m., she births the baby at 10 p.m., trust and believe she is now in active phase of birth. And I suspect her dilation is anywhere from 5 or more centimeters.
And we never knew. We never even checked dilation not one time throughout the whole entire thing. Never, not one time.
It was recommended.
Yeah, but by that time, I was like, don't touch me.
She just was like, don't touch. And I didn't want to touch her because I could just see how uncomfortable and how much pain she was in. I was like,
at that time, I was like,
discomfort. We use discomfort for the word in HypnoBabies instead of pain.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You know, I'm always going to keep the language flowing.
Yes,
right.
And so here's the thing. So had she had the hypnosis sessions tracks in earlier, she would have gone in deeper. And so here I have these two beautiful people who helped me do my birth video. Were you able to do any of the things in the birth rehearsal video, like the ways to touch her?
No, we did try one. I don't know if it was a rebozo one.
No,
okay.
It's not the rebozo.
It was the one when my head was on the bed and I was bent over, and then you was massaging the ball, like my lower back.
The double hip squeeze and
yeah, he did that with the both arm that you do with two people. What is it called?
Oh yeah, oh, that's my double hip. You did this one, yes,
But by that time, everything just started to be uncomfortable. So at that time, it helped for a couple seconds, but then I'm like, okay, stop. Another wave is coming. Just step back, step back, step back, step back, and I was just breathing and moaning, and then it became like more screams. Yeah.
Right. So let me just say that HypnoBabies mom. So the thing here, and she had the perfect birth for her. I want to say that, Brianna, I believe that you did. But we do talk about listening to the hypnosis tracks earlier. So you're in a deeper state of hypnosis when things rev up. And what happens is when a woman doesn't know she's in her birthing time, and if she doesn't think so, she doesn't get the hypnosis in right away. So yeah, then she has this birth that's like moving really fast. And that's what she ended up having, a birth that moved really fast, and she didn't have enough hypnosis in her mind. But she had enough hypnosis to get her to that point.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You had enough hypnosis over the weeks of doing the course to have you go all day.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you were now entering the transition phase. Yes. HypnoBabies calls that transformation. So she were 7 centimeters. So she's in that most intense form of the birthing time.
Yeah, I think that when I told you the after he put me in the bathtub around, I would say maybe like 7. I stayed in the bathtub. It was with chamomile and lavender. He was had a cup and was pouring the water on my back. But then that became very uncomfortable. So I got out, and then when I got out, I just laid on the bed naked. I had a bunch of just chamomile and lavender all over the bed, all over me, and I was just like, I'm just so exhausted. I'm just let me go to sleep. Just let me go to sleep. And I could not. It just got stronger and stronger. But I dozed off about maybe like 2-3 minutes, and then a huge wave hit me, and it just I literally jumped out. I was like, and then I just felt this bulge between my legs, and that was the mucus plug that he grabbed out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what that. Okay, the picture was. Yeah.
It was like you just
felt more bloody show. I mean, the baby just went down. Whenever you get those long spaces in between birthing waves, I bet after that wave, things were really on and cracking then.
Oh yeah. After the mucus plug came out, he came out 15 minutes after. Yeah. So after the mucus plug came out, it was just game time. I was just like, you know, that deep, heavy moan and scream, and it was just only thing I can think of that was most comfortable. Like I said in like the birthing video and all that, like sitting on that toilet, facing the toilet back, and that's when his head in the sack came through. I felt it. Mom-in-law felt it. He came in, he felt it.
Yeah, I'm still in denial because I'm like thinking that's gonna take another hour.
No, but that you can feel like it's like a sphere, a very slimy, soft sphere in between the openings of my vagina. You could just feel like the little top. And I was like, well, what is that? I wanted to see it, but it was so dark in there. My mom-in-law washed her hands quickly, and she was just like, oh no, we gotta get you off this toilet. And I was like, oh, I don't want to move. She was like, oh, I'm refilling the bathtub right back up. Get in the bathtub. Get off that toilet. Get off that toilet. He's running back and forth. He can't. I was like, oh man, this is a lot.
So the home birth that was unexpected but was always wanted.
Yes. It's crazy.
Never made that birth center. I tell you, that is such a great story and such a testament to how focused you were and how well HypnoBabies worked, even though, you know, most women know, many women don't know when they're in their birthing time, but you were just like, talking to the midwives, like.
And I was overly like organized. I had a list of things, like a checklist of things that still didn't go in the bag. So in between birth waves, I was trying to put like our outfit to come home with inside of the birth. Cause I'm like, we're going to go back to the birth center tonight. Like, this is unbelievable. He's cooking, trying to create the meal that we're going to eat during birthing time. He's doing that and then trying to clean the tub out quickly again. I'm over here in between birth waves, putting extra socks or something inside of the bag. It's like everyone is doing a whole bunch of other stuff. And every time I feel something, I'm stopping and I'm getting back on my knees and breathing. It was,
whew. Wow. And just thinking that, we're going back to the birth center.
No.
Yeah, I definitely thought we were gonna go back to the birth center, but when she said
I was like, I'm not
that
getting in that
she's
car.
not getting in the car, I was like, oh, he's gonna be born here.
I had a couple years, about a year and a half ago. He said, she's in the tub. Now she doesn't want to get out. I thought, oh Lord, it was supposed to be a birth center birth. And I said, I need you to look between her legs. She won't let me look. I said, that's because she's having a birth wave. And I remember saying that. And then I said, look between her butt. What do you see? I see hair. Well, is it her hair or the baby's hair? He said, it's going in and out. I was like, oh my God. So it was the baby's head coming down.
Wow.
I said, well, I see hair. I'm like, well, women still have hair down there. Not everybody shaves. And so he said, it's going in and out. I said, Lord. And so he ended up catching the baby, just like same scenario of you guys. And everyone rerouted. We were supposed to be at the birth center and we all rerouted to their home.
Yeah.
And so, well, I'm just, it's been such an honor to support the three of you. You helped me do my birth video, my first of so many to come. And you both know I was nervous that day. I kept asking, just a little sidebar, I said, is anybody else hot in here? You guys, I had it so cold in the office because I was just not accustomed to being on camera. And I just want to say that you are so loving and patient with my whole crew and my journey and me trying to figure it out for myself, and stay on track and not go. I can always talk, impromptu in an instant. And she kind of wanted me to stay with the cards, and I never did. What did I was going to say? Oh, one of the things I wanted to say to everyone is, even if you are not able to have a doula, and one of the things that we touched on earlier was just my deep sense to reach out to you. And when I first started this practice, and women were having natural births, births, and they were having medicated births, they weren't having it natural. And I said, well, there's got to be another piece. So one of the things I started creating as a doula was helping women write birth intentions, and then also write to provide them with pregnancy life coaching sessions. We have coaches, business coaches, athletic coaches, health coaches. And so having a doula, but what I do that's differently is when clients hire me, I work with them every month, one time a month. And then as we get to the closer part of the last month of pregnancy, I may tune into them every week. But I want to keep women from doing this. We can do this up and down with our emotions, just not pregnant. We can be on our monthly, but to keep women here, to be more stable. And that's what I witnessed with you, even in the time that we, with the sessions we had, and we didn't have a whole lot, but we did, because you were doing your inner work too.
Yeah.
And so, and when I remember when you reached out to me, I said, okay, the baby's just coming soon. She's just feeling that. I remember you reached out to me. I said, no, the baby's her body's revving up. And so when people just stay here, women stay more here and they don't dip so much. So that's always a wonderful thing, to pregnancy life coaching sessions. And now I'm offering it to people who are not my clients, who may need to just have a couple of sessions or something like that.
Perfect.
Yeah. Anything else that we wanted to cover? Or are we good?
No, that was beautiful. I just really wanted to shine the light on you, on my channel,
honey, thank you.
and let HypnoBabies be the name be rung out through the community as a thing, as something that we should be at least looking at, for the sake of an easy birth, for the harmony, for the sake of children coming in this world with an ease, over their heart, instead of the shakiness that we normally introduce children into this world with. So
yes,
I just really appreciate it, and that's pretty much it.
Yes, and I agree with you on that, helping parents birth their children with greater calm. And HypnoBabies is an extraordinary course. It's the course that I believe has supported me in my work and a lot of women, and also creating a meditative mindset. So if you're not able to do a HypnoBabies course, what's important is that you be a meditator. You know how to breathe.
Yeah.
You know how to know and control your thoughts, because those are the only things you're controlling in birth. Your breath and how you're thinking. You use your breath to calm your mind. You use your mind to watch your breath, and take one birthing wave at a time so you stay present. That's how our ancestors birthed before us. It was just about the breath and using and having other women around them during the birthing time. Yeah. So I do want to say that, like I said, my book is a book of affirmations and prayer, elevating pregnancy, affirmations and wisdom for pregnancy and birth. It's on Amazon, the print version, Kindle, Audible, and iTunes. People are telling me that they like my voice, so they're like, Angela, we want to hear your voice. I said, look, well, go get the book on iTunes and on Audible, and you'll hear it all you want. And also, the book is, it's like, I don't even know where my book is, y'all.
I have a copy. If you want me to put it.
Oh, do you have it? Yeah, just I was like, where's my book? It's probably buried here and all that stuff. So, and then we have the birth video coming up, which is with Zaire and Brianna as the couple who I'm massaging and talking with. So that's going to be out before December 15th on Venmo. You'll be able to go to, there it is, Elevating Pregnancy. There we go. Affirmations and Wisdom for Pregnancy and Birth. Thank you. So we have these tools that all of you can use. Start looking into natural birth and some of the great people out there. On my website, I have resources on DoulaLovesCreation.com. And I will be giving the link to Zaire to put on his YouTube page. And in my YouTube channel is DoulaLovesCreation as well. I just appreciate you both. Thank you so much for wanting to interview me and put me out there in the spotlight. Like I put you guys out on the spotlight with the video.
Cool.
And look at this baby. Now, see, this is what you call a milk drunk baby right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's like his life is just so hard. No, you don't have to turn him around. Look at that. I'm just so drunk. I'm just full now. And see, he knew, he said, okay, I know that mommy and daddy are going to talk to Auntie Doula. I won't cry. Just give me some food and I'm good.
Yep. That's what I was like. I was on the side like,
And all the pregnant moms out there and expected dads, find your way. Have a great birth. Trust yourself. And again, my website is DoulaLovesCreation.com.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brianna. Thank you, baby Juice. Look at that prince. All right, you guys. I love you so much. And share the link once you share it, okay?
Yes,
all right. Thank you.
All right. You have a good one. We'll keep in touch.
Yes, absolutely. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye, everyone.